Good to see you all this evening. Even though it's raining, I still think this weather is beautiful, besides the rain this evening. Knowing that yesterday was Veterans Day puts a lot in my mind, because the only real connections that I know that I have to military life or action are really quite distant from me. And I think about that a lot. I wasn't involved in the military by any means. My father wasn't. I think he was a hippie, so I think he was protesting most of it. But my grandfather was, and he was evidently in World War II. And I think if I remember correctly, he was in one of those bubble gunners in the belly of a Boeing 747. No, that's not right, is it? What were those old ones called? B-52. Thank you, B-52. Yeah, a few less numbers there. But evidently he was in one of those, and I thought that was really cool. And as a kid, I would daydream about being in one. I don't know why I liked small spaces as a kid. I used to get in a clothes hamper, and I used to pretend I was like in a little, I don't know, hideout, and dirty clothes can't find me. I don't know. But I used to pretend I was in the bubble too, but that never connected me to what my grandfather's experience was, nor what somebody in the military does. And my grandfather and I never necessarily connected. He died while I was young. So that didn't help in my understanding or connection to what the military is. As a child, I used to play military all the time. I loved getting like full fatigue camouflage from, friends' dads who were in the military, and I'd run outside, and it'd be 95 degrees outside, but we gotta save America. And I gotta go out there, and I'd run in the woods and just shoot up. I had, toy guns, I wouldn't shoot anything. It was so much fun, but that never, again, connected me to what really goes on. A lot of things we take for granted. Just like breathing. I mean, if somebody held something over my mouth right now so I couldn't breathe, I would want air like I'd never wanted it before, but I needed to live. When it comes to the military and celebrating, respecting, and appreciating a military, again, it can be difficult to connect, especially as a citizen, because it's so political. In my mind, it's kind of an automatic political. And you hear on the news, this is happening and we might go to war. I don't automatically think, what about the guy who hits the ground running? My vote doesn't necessarily think about that first. Is this the right thing to do? It's a bit humbling and a little bit embarrassing that I don't consider that. It's hard to connect, but I know that we should. I don't want to take that for granted. I have a lot of disconnected respect and appreciation for our military. And it takes an effort on my part to think, to try to connect, to have empathy, to put myself in the boots of a soldier, even though I don't have real connection to it. It's a real person in a real situation that we need. What country doesn't have a military? And the ones that don't, is Japan. We took it away from them historically. And I don't know of any countries that don't have a military. I'm sure that there are some. But as a citizen of the United States of America, I am personally very thankful that we have a military who are out there dealing with the decisions, dealing with government decisions, dealing with situations that I may never have to connect with. But that does not mean I'm not connected. And it does not mean that we're not connected. Whatever my left hand does, my right hand has had a part to play. Even though they're on opposite sides of my body, I need them both. And in a similar way, whatever function a country has, a family has, a community has, as ugly as it may seem, especially in the news, or as distant as it is if we disagree, at the same time, we're all together. And to lose our ability to have empathy or to put ourselves in the shoes of the others, then we will begin to put a divide between us and cut right down the middle, my left and my right. So in honor of Veterans Day and an impromptu speech, I just want to say thank you to the men and women who serve, and I hope that everybody who may not be as connected, like I'm not, would find a way to empathize as best as possible and consider that in every decision, political, local, and in